Alright guys, it's time for another update video. Right now you probably have a lot of questions, and it mostly revolves around one question, so it should just be one question. Where are you right now? Well, I mentioned in the last update video and a couple of update videos before that I was going to go on a trip to Australia. And now I am finally in Australia. It was about 28 hours of flights. One was 13 hours long. But now I'm here, and honestly, that wasn't too bad. And now, yeah, I'm here. So, let's see. Right off the bat, we're going to start off with RC stuff. So, when I had my flights, the first flight I went on from Saskatoon to, I don't know which place, I forgot. But anyway, it was a place in the US. But the first flight, they lost my luggage. And guess what was in my luggage? Both my RCs, my transmitters, my spare tires, my charger, soldering iron, pretty much everything but my batteries for RC stuff. And that really set me off. And actually, just now, about half an hour ago, the baggage was finally delivered, and now it is here. I was getting really worried about it not ever getting delivered and that this is going to get lost forever, which would really suck. But now that I know it's here, that is awesome. So, other than the fact that my luggage was lost, let's see. What did I bring? I brought the Rustler, the Slash, its transmitters, obviously, all my spare tires, which I haven't really seen. They're Banditos. And, by the way, I got Jayco foam tires. I'm going to be uploading that upgrade video within the next few days, along with the RPM from Body Mounts, which I also got installed. But pretty much the Banditos, some really old Gladiator tires, and Badlands. Maybe midway I'll do a conversion to the Rustler back to how it normally is again, so I can drive it with my little cousin, and then just actually, I guess, bash the two cars, just drive it into each other, break a couple parts, just have fun. I also brought all my batteries, and also the ones for the Mini Revo. I didn't bring my Mini Revo, but these batteries will still work with both of these models, as long as you just pack them in the battery compartments right. And there's also the battery charger, which is very nice, and I'll mention a little bit about that later. Also the soldering iron, and I guess that, toolboxes, yeah, just some screwdriver stuff. This is small screws, and this is bigger stuff, cleaning supplies and stickers and extra shocks and extra hub carriers, all that fancy stuff. So, what I was mentioning earlier about this, yeah. So this charger uses a Canadian plug, and the plugs are different in Australia. And you've probably never known about this because most of my viewers are from the United States. In fact, I think it's about 65%, which is rather interesting that I can view this statistic. But anyway, pretty much can't use Canadian plugs with Australian plugs. And you might be thinking that the place I'm staying at with my relatives, that they would carry a lot of adapters and whatever, because a lot of the families from Canada, well, yeah, they don't have too many adapters, but they managed to find one, and I'm going to be charging my LiPo batteries inside their garage, so that's going to be pretty neat. That's all you really need to know for RC stuff at the moment, other than the fact that I'm probably going to make a bunch of awesome videos with my little cousins. If they can cooperate and not get in trouble and not damage my electronics and not damage the cars, then I think it'll all be good. I'm loving those tires. I haven't really tested them yet. Oh, another thing. Here in Australia, it's technically winter, but it doesn't mean that there's a bunch of snow, and it's not superbly cold, although it is quite cold. It's about -12 degrees Celsius on average, which is perfect for doing speed runs, and there's no snow, and the roads are nice and clean. So that's perfect speed run and conditions. So as long as I find a nice road, it's probably going to be reaching its full potential with the Sidewinder 3 in it right now, because yeah, it's just the perfect conditions. Yeah, on to real life stuff. For the trip to Australia, I'm going to the Gold Coast. Let's see, next Friday, which technically would be Thursday night, and that's another thing, time zone conversion. Yeah. My trip to the Gold Coast is happening on Friday, and so I'm just going to take a plane there. If I'm going to bring my RCs there, probably not, because I'm going to just be at water parks and whatever and just having fun, and there's not many places you can drive them, considering it's just touristy spots and everything's packed and you can't really find your own spot to just bash stuff, because they like to keep everything nice and tidy. I don't know. But anyway, probably not bringing the cars, and I'm also probably not going to have Wi-Fi. So that means don't expect update video next week. Another thing, the time zone conversion. So I'm going to be uploading my videos in the middle of the night, like always, except that means because of the time zone conversion that for people in the US and Canada and Mexico and that normal time zone, it means that they're going to be uploaded in the middle of the day or in the morning. So that's another thing to note. But yeah, right now I'm here. So far it's been not the best. My little cousins are rather annoying, but I manage. Let's see. I'm not going to play any Minecraft either. I don't expect to, because there's no computer I can use and download it and play on. I don't even know why I should be expecting that, but yeah. I guess this is it for this update video. I'll see you in 2 weeks, and that is it. I'll see you later.